Alright, now let me show you something that most beginners never realize. Before we get into this, one important thing. Everything you're about to see is for educational purposes only. Don't go around scanning random systems, only test what you own or have permission to test. This is how most people use Nmap. They run it and sit back and just hope that something useful appears. But real recon doesn't work like that. It's not about doing more, it's about doing things with intention. So the first shift that you need to make is to stop scanning everything blindly. For that, we use nmap --top ports 1000 and the IP address. So what this does is that it focuses on the ports that actually matters. Because in real environments, most services live in a predictable place. And then there's UDP, the protocol almost everyone ignores. For that, we'll write -su -top ports 50. And what this does is that it will scan for the top 50 most common UDP ports that are usually open on a system. And yes, it is slower, it is annoying, but sometimes that's exactly where the vulnerability is hiding. Now you have found open ports, but ports alone don't mean anything. You need context. You need to know what's actually running behind them. Nmap with the SV tag and will give the version intensity as 9. By default, the version intensity is set to 7, but here we are giving it the maximum version intensity. This will give us deeper fingerprints, versions, services, and sometimes even misconfigurations. Or we can use this command right here. If you're moving fast, you take a lighter approach and less detail, but quicker decisions. And if you're starting to understand how this works, don't just watch, stick with it. Subscribe because this is where things get connecting, and it only gets better from here. Now we'll talk about Nmap scripts. This one is a good starting point. It runs the useful scripts but nothing risky. We have our output here. What this command does is that it loads all the scripts that are in the default category or the safe category. Now our next command is nmap script discovery and we give the IP address. Now this one is for getting more information like extra details about the services. We have the output here and we can see the IP addresses. We can see the version here. Also using the target sniffer, it has sniffed 11 IP addresses that we can see here. Now there's another script that is the vulnerability script. We can add script 1 and press enter. Now what this script does is that it checks for the possible vulnerabilities, and this is not always perfect but still helpful. Now let's talk about targeted enumeration. Now this is probably the most important part. Don't just keep running random scans, look at what you found and then go deeper into that specific service. If we see a web server, I usually run this command. It helps find the page titles and sometimes directories or endpoints. It gives you a better idea of what's actually hosted there. If SMB is open, this command is really useful. You can see shared folders and sometimes OS information. In some cases, this can expose internal data directly. And for our last nmap script command, we have this script command for FTP. This checks if anonymous logins is enabled, and if it is, you might be able to access files without any credentials. This is more common than you'd expect in misconfigured systems. And for our last useful nmap command, we have the nmap resume and scan.txt. This one seems small, but it's really useful. If your scan stops for any reason, you can resume it. This is helpful for longer scans so you don't have to start from scratch. So the main idea here is that we don't have to rely on a single command. We have to use nmap step by step, scan, identify, and then go deeper based on what you find. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. If this actually helped you understand things a bit better, just drop a like. It really helps the video reach more people. And if you want to keep learning like this, you can subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.